If you are going for any sort of non-immigrant US visa interview in the upcoming days, you're probably very certain to come across a question like this one. Do you have any relatives in the United States? And when the officer asks you that, and if you say yes, in most cases, they're going to ask you about the visa status of those relatives. What? That's ridiculous, right? Why should you actually concern yourself with their visa status? But we've had a lot of that happen with a lot of clients that we've worked with, so that's a very good possibility, just saying. Now, when you actually come across this question, you really have to answer carefully, because the wrong answer can actually make sure that you get yourself a 214B rejection. Basically, what that means is you will be marked as a potential immigrant, that is someone who is going to stay in the United States for the long term because they already have their relatives over there. And coming across this rejection can be hard. We've done it for a lot of people, to be very honest, and thousands of people who actually work with us, who actually had their not only distant relatives but also siblings sometimes, or parents sometimes in the United States, to help them actually still get the visa in their hands. And in this video, we're going to be giving you all of those tips for free, of course. So make sure that you watch this till the very end. It's a very important video, and the major reasons over here, the major problems I see for you are as follows. Number one is that you have relatives in the United States, because that's probably why you're watching this video. Now, they may be distant or they may be close relatives. Sometimes it can happen that you're in the worst case scenario, that is you have close relatives and you're going in the same state. Let's say your close relatives are in the city of New York, and you may actually be going to New York itself, right? So that's a very difficult scenario to tackle actually. But using these techniques, you can actually tackle that one as well. The number two problem that I see over here is that a lot of cases, what happens is people have submitted DS-160s, right? You have to submit a DS-160 form before you actually go in for the interview. On your DS-160 form, maybe you have mentioned your relative's name, and that relative may not be very significant either, but well, you've mentioned it now, so there's not much you can do about it, right? So that's very important. You have to understand that the information you've given cannot be retracted. It's already with the US consulates and you cannot actually change that. Even if you submit a new DS-160 at this point, they already have access to the previous one, right? So it's very important that you understand that there is really no getting out of this one. Like I said, guys, you've helped thousands of cases one-on-one. Just in case you are not able to tackle this issue with the help of this video also, and you need more help, there's always the one-on-one US visa mock interview service that you can take a look at, where we will actually help you one-on-one for your scenario, prepare your specific answers that will actually tackle the visa interviewer, of course, on the day of the interview. All right, so we can actually do that for you. Just in case you'd be interested, take a look at the US visa mock interview service and you can get in touch. Or of course, my WhatsApp number is going to be below this video. You can always reach out to me as well. Now, coming across to the tips. The number one tip I have for you over here is that there is no point lying. Remember, you've already submitted your DS-160. You do not want to lie, because that will get you a rejection, and sometimes also it can get you repeated rejections. It's almost like a ban. They won't call it a ban, but well, if you apply 10 times and you're getting rejected all 10 times, what else would you call it, right? So don't lie during this process. Number two is that you should not show any strong sort of a relationship with your relatives. You may have relatives in the United States, and that's okay, right? And they may even be, close relatives, but don't manifest that relationship as something that is a very strong bond, okay? And we'll talk about that in a little bit when I give you the sample answer as well. Number three is to not offer an explanation until asked. Very important. A lot of people do this. When they're asked about, do you have relatives in the United States? They say, yes, but you know what? This is like that, this is like that. No one asks you what it is like, right? They only ask you a simple yes/no question. Stick to that. Don't move forward and give them an answer that they have not asked you yet, okay? I know it sounds a little bit serious or weird also a lot of times, but well, we have to actually stick to it. We have to keep concise for the most part. Point number four, you do not know their address. If the visa officer asks you about their address, you tell them, officer, I do not know their address, okay? It's as simple as that. You don't want to show any strong relationship. And it's very normal to not know the address of someone you have not been in touch with for a long time, right? So that's okay. Point number five is, of course, as usual, speak confidently. You have to be very confident, even if whatever you're saying is not 100% correct. Confidence can actually make it look like it is. So, of course, confidence is key over here. It's key in a lot of places, but over here, of course, when you have to get the visa interviewer to actually believe in you, there's not much doing that without confidence. Even if you're truthful and you're just stuttering, you're not confident, there are chances that they may actually take it in a negative manner. Now, how do you actually answer this question? That's the most important part. I'm going to be giving you 3 pointers over here to answer this question, and then along those same pointers, I'll create an answer for you. Okay. Number 1 is to stay truthful as per your DS-160. Whatever information you've submitted there, it's fine. Stick to that. Don't change your answer. Okay. So if you've mentioned you have a relative in the US, well, you better stick to that answer. Number 2, manifest that you have almost no relationship. You don't know them for any long period of time, or the contact that happened last between you and that relative was very, very long ago. You don't even know them anymore. Okay. Finally, point number 3, if someone asks you, you have no plans of visiting this relative. You don't know their address. You have no plans of visiting them. And well, of course, if they ask you over, then you may go, but as such, you have no concrete plans as of now. Okay, perfect. So let's move forward to the answers. First, the question that will be posed to you will be as follows. Do you have any relatives in the United States? And the answer here may look something like this. Yes, officer, I have my maternal uncle in the United States. Then the officer is going to ask you, what is their current visa status? And to this, my ideal answer is going to look something like this. Well, officer, I personally don't seem to know their visa status. To be honest, I've only met them about once or twice in my life, so I don't really know what their current visa status is. And that's a perfect, short, crisp answer. You can make it even shorter. You don't have to repeat things like I did, but yeah, at the end of the day, you get the picture, I believe. And then the officer may ask you, would you be visiting your relatives in the US? And to that, my ideal answer is again, very short, very simple. Officer, I currently have no plans of visiting my relatives. That's it. Short, crisp, clear. All right, you don't want to do more. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, follow us on Instagram because we have a lot more content just like this one. And also, please make sure that if you need one-on-one help, you are taking a look at the US Visa Mock Interview Service, where we'll actually one-on-one help you. One of our visa experts from our team will help you one-on-one, tailor-make your answers for you, of course, and then also train you for the same. All right, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.